All right, welcome back to the show. We're going to talk a little bit about safety. It is National Safety Awareness Month around at all the ski resorts and right here in Beaver Creek. I've got Mark. He is with, let's define your exact title, Mark. What does you do?
The Mountain Safety Manager here.
Mountain Safety Manager, okay. And then I've got Dan. He's the head of grooming.
Grooming,
yes. Right?
All the snowcats.
So there's a great, we have an interesting story we're going to talk about a little bit with your role and with the winch cats up on the hill. But Mark, let's first talk about people wanting to have access to the mountain, uphill access. What is that all about? How does it work? And what's the right way for people to go about it?
So we want to provide uphill access to our guests that are willing to do so in a safe manner. During daytime operations like right now, we just kind of ask you stay to the side of the run, stay in a visible area. You can access our mountain from any of our base areas. And at night, we have the uphill travel hotline, which is on the screen right now. And we just ask that people call that number so that they can safely access the mountain and mainly staying away from the winch cat operators.
So let's clarify what uphill access is, because some people are probably like, well, can I just ride the lift and go ski? Isn't that uphill? But you're talking about something more specific. People that you see, I guess, skinning up the mountain early, right?
Yep, so skinning, snowshoeing, hiking. Another part of that uphill policy is that we don't allow any fat tire bikes.
Okay.
No dogs during operating hours on the mountain.
Okay.
But you can have your dog at night if you're skinning or hiking with them. We just ask you have them on a leash.
And do you see a lot of people in the evening hours, like at dusk and once right around dinner time, actually going up on the mountain?
Yeah, I mean, we'll probably see at every base area at least a handful of people right as the mountain closes,
okay.
Getting their skins on and going uphill.
And that's the perfect segue into what Dan wants to share with us today. Because Dan, along with all the groomers that are up on the mountain doing their normal grooming routines in the evening time, you have certain groomers that need to be placed in specific areas because of the grade of the hill, these winch cats, and you've had some interaction with some people in the winch cats.
Yeah, not only the grade of the hill, we use them for maintenance, shoving snow back uphill. Okay. Here's a chunk of cable. That is what our winch cats use. It's a 7/16 cable. That cable on the cats is just under 3/4 of a mile long. So you might not see that cat, but that cable could be there buried in the snow, and then when he dials that tension up, it can be anywhere from ankle high to over your head. So
no kidding.
Cat weighs 25,000 pounds on the end of that, so you just don't want to come into contact with that. So if you see lights and signs, please stay out of those areas.
Right.
Typically on that uphill line, we tell you which trails we're winching. We want you to have fun and enjoy the mountain whatever way you choose, but we just want you to be safe and stay out of our area.
So Dan, like, what are some of the more consistent places where you're going to find winch cats?
You know, in Arrowhead, it can be any of those trails. Crested, Golden Bear, Little Brave.
Really? Okay.
Yep. All the front side here on Beaver Creek we do. We do quite a bit of winching. Just as skiers push snow down, we need to shove it back up. So.
And this is a much more efficient way to do it.
Much more efficient way,
yeah.
Easier on the trail, and yeah, keeps our mountains white.
And if people are up on the hill, they're going to be there'll be signs out there. You put signs out, and it's lit up, and it's pretty well signed up so people will know.
Yeah, signs and lights, and if you see a cat, most of our guys will tell you where the winch cats are and let you know. So.
Okay.
Feel free to wave your hand at them. They'll tell you where to be and not to be.
Okay. Dan, that's good information. Thank you for that.
Problem.
And then, Mark, also thank you. Let's bring Willie into the photo here. We got to introduce you to Willie. He is the new mountain safety dog who started this past summer. And this is Willie. Tell us about Willie real quick.
Oh, sorry, Bubba. So Willie's our first ever mountain... Willie, hey.
Hey,
Willie's
Willie,
our
come over
first
here.
ever mountain safety dog. His really job is to help us promote slope safety in a positive manner and have positive interactions with our guests. So if you see this little golden retriever at the top of Centennial Express, or maybe on Red Buffalo or Gold Dust, you're welcome to come say hi and pet him, and we'll talk a little slope safety.
Sounds good, Mark. Thanks.
Thanks,
Good
Mark.
to see you. Dan, thanks for your time.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it. Willie, handshake? Never mind. All right, we have more coming up. We have weather with Eric. We have more First Chair with Claire, and we'll be back here in Beaver Creek.